everybody, welcome back. Today I'm leading you through a 30-minute slow and controlled core focused workout. You don't need any equipment, just make sure you can see your screen so you can follow along with me, and make sure you have something soft beneath you. And without further ado, let's get to it. All right, so today we're working in sets of 2, so supersets. Your first exercise is going to be a high plank, and then from here you're going to use those lower abs to push yourself back into a down dog position, and then using that core, coming back to a high plank. Make sure in this plank that your core is engaged and you're in a nice straight line. So think about leading this motion with your lower abs as you push back into this triangle position. Think about those low abs as the top of the triangle. Good. Second exercise, we're gonna sit down on our bums. You're gonna have your legs bent and you're going to be sitting back so the low abs are engaged. Make sure that your lower back is not arched. Arms out to the side. You're gonna reach for opposite toe and sit back in this position. So crunching forward and sitting back. Make sure your chest is open. We're not sitting and collapsing here. Shoulders are down. Nice. We're gonna repeat those 2 before we move on. So coming back into our high plank. Make sure you're coming all the way down into that plank before you press back up. Good, quick rest, sitting down on our bums. Make sure your pelvis is tilted under here. So lift it up, tuck the bum under, and then sit it back down, making sure you have a straight, flat back. Leaning back, low abs are engaged. We're twisting, reaching for the toe. Good, we're gonna move on. So we're gonna come down onto our backs. Legs are gonna be straight up in the air. You're gonna do a scissor motion with the legs, so dropping one leg at a time. You can either hold this position here with the upper body on the floor, or to increase the intensity, you can have your fingertips by the ears and hold this crunch position, slowly dropping one leg at a time. If you can't keep your legs straight, you can also have them slightly bent. And then to modify even further, you can tap that bottom toe to the floor. Think about pressing your lower back into the floor. Good, staying on our backs, legs are going to be up at a 90-degree angle, so in this tabletop position. We are going to have the arms up above the head, backs pressed into the floor already. Then from here, we're gonna crunch, touching the fingertips underneath the knees, and back down. So we're really pressing the low back into the floor and lifting the shoulder blades up off the floor, keeping our necks nice and long. Good, taking a quick rest down here. We're gonna repeat those two. Legs straight up. Good, quick rest down here. Legs are in tabletop next. Arms are up, your back should already be pressed into the floor, meaning your lower abs should be engaged. Don't forget, this is a slow and controlled ab routine. So we're taking everything nice and slow, focusing on our breath, exhaling as we crunch. Good, we're gonna sit it up and we're going to support ourselves on our forearms. Just on our elbows here. You're gonna have the legs in this tabletop position. Same thing, don't let this back go here. Keep the pelvis tucked under. You're gonna extend the legs. From here, you're going to drop, touch the toes to the floor and lift them back up. Touch the toes to the floor and lift them back up. Try not to sink down here into these shoulders. Keep the chest nice and lifted. If you need to modify this, you can keep the legs bent and tap the toes to the floor, bring them back up to tabletop, like so. Good, come back down on your back, feet planted flat into the floor. We're gonna keep it nice and simple. And do some elbow to knee crunches. So fingertips by your ears. You're gonna reach elbow to the knee to meet in the center. Back down. So lifting those shoulder blades up off the floor. And as you come back down to center, don't let everything go here. Keep that pelvis tucked under, the low back pressed into the floor. Good, sitting back up on your elbows. Here we go, legs extended. Tap the toes to the floor and back up. Remember to keep that back nice and straight. Good, on your back. Elbow to knee crunches. Nice job. Moving on, you're gonna come back into that high plank, similar to our first exercise, except this time when we come back, we're gonna reach for opposite toe. So as you push back, you're gonna reach for opposite toe and then back to center. If you need to modify, you can just do this same exercise from the beginning, really focusing on using those low abs. Don't forget to breathe. Good, flip it over onto your back. Your legs are going to be in this diamond shape, so toes together, knees apart. You're gonna do a crunch, bringing your elbows towards your knees. Hold this position, and then from here, drop the toes to the floor. Bring them back up, and control, lower down. Now when you're crunching, trying to bring those knees, or the elbows to the knees, don't crunch the neck here. Keep everything nice and long. Chest is open. Low back's pressed to the floor. Nice job, flipping it back over into our plank. Make sure your bum is coming all the way down in between. Good, on your back. Toes together, knees apart, hold that crunch, and drop the toes. Nice job, flipping it over. We're gonna come into a bear crawl position. So you're gonna start in this tabletop position, shoulders over wrists, hips over knees. You're gonna tuck the toes under, and you're just going to lift the knees up off the floor, so you're hovering, and then tap the knees to the floor and bring them back up. So really small movement here. Think about keeping your back nice and straight. Your core is engaged. Nice job. We're gonna sit it on our bums, again up on our elbows, legs in that tabletop position, so legs are bent. We're gonna drop one leg at a time. So dropping one leg, having it straight, bring it back in. So it's hovering above the floor, it's not actually touching the floor. Think about bringing your belly button to your spine, you're closing that rib cage. Chest is open. Nice job, quick rest, moving it back over into our bear crawl position. Here we go, really small movements, not putting any weight down on our knees when we come down here. We're just tapping them to the floor and coming back up. Same thing, think about belly button to spine, think about closing that rib cage. Breathe through it. Nice job. Flipping it back over. Dropping one leg at a time. Make sure that back is nice and flat and it doesn't go anywhere when you drop one of your legs. We're not letting the back go here. Keep that core nice and tight. If you need to, you don't need to drop the leg all the way to the floor. You can drop it a little bit higher. Nice work. A few more sets. We're coming down on our backs next. Arms are gonna come straight up to the sky as well as the legs. You're gonna do a crunch. You're gonna hold this position. You're gonna drop the legs to about 45 degrees, bring them back, and then come back down. So crunch, lower the legs, bring them back up and back down. The reason I say 45 is because that's where you're gonna keep your low back pressed to the floor. I don't want anyone's backs coming up off the floor as we drop the legs down here. You wanna keep the low back tight to the floor so that the core is engaged the whole time. Don't forget to take these nice and slow. Good. We're gonna stay down here on our backs, arms out to the side, legs are bent. We're gonna do some wipers. So you're gonna drop the legs from side to side, and you're gonna try and keep your back nice and straight and pressed into the floor as long as possible. As you drop the knees to the side, we're not letting them come all the way down to the floor. Keep them slightly lifted. Use that core to come back to center. Good work. Take a quick breather down here. Arms and legs come up. We're crunching, lowering the legs nice and slow. Back up, upper body comes down. Good, getting ready for our wipers. You're dropping your legs to where you can use that core to keep those knees hovering. Then as you bring the knees back up, think about this hip that's lifted off the floor. Think about pressing it down into the floor so that your lower back's pressed to the floor as you come through center. We're gonna roll it over onto our sides. This is our last little set. We're gonna do some side crunches. So arm out in front of you. You're gonna bring the knee up, bring that elbow to the knee, and control lower down. So my knee isn't facing the ceiling, it's slightly angled forward so I can really bring that elbow up to the knee, pressing that side into the floor and squeezing this side. Good, roll it over onto the left side. Your fingertips should be just behind the head. It should not be pulling on the neck here. Think about leading this motion with your elbow and pressing the side that's closest to the floor down into the ground. Nice job. We're going to do that again on either side. Nice job. Last time on the left side. Nice job. Last 2 minutes of this workout, we're gonna do 30 seconds on, 30 seconds off, and we're going to hold plank. You can hold plank in whichever way you like, whether that be down on your forearms or up on your hands. Just make sure you're nice and low. You can also add some spice to this plank if you would like. Dropping the hips side to side. You can also rock forward and backwards. Totally up to you. Good, 30-second rest. We're gonna gonna do it one more time. Here we go, last 30 seconds, hold that plank. That is it, guys. Great job. I hope you enjoyed this 30-minute core focus workout. If you did, give this video a thumbs up for me. Also, leave me a comment down below and let me know how you did. If you're new here, hit the subscribe button, turn on the post notifications so you don't miss another video from me, and I will see you guys next time. Bye. If you enjoy my workout videos, then make sure to join me in the MadFit app. You'll get access to structured programs, challenges, exclusive workouts, recipes, and many more amazing features that will help you on your health and fitness journey. If you haven't already downloaded MadFit, make sure to click the link in the description, and I will see you guys inside the app.